Blessed love and peace in Rastafari. Brief. Everybody on this earth, in this earthly realm, is running game. All different types of game. Some to the tenacious atrocities, to the other side of genuinely intending and striving, but it's all game. It all has finity. Even martyrism and the messianic has finity, has a finiteness to it. And in that finiteness there is subjectivity, bias, self-interest. Somehow, some way, game. Now, that's not hating. It's not a matter of hating anybody, blaming anybody. Everybody's in it. So just recognizing it for what it is. Now, with that said, when somebody does not do what somebody says or promises to do, that's bad game. What that mean? That mean that that person who fails to do what that person says is getting over onto the recipient of that promise, to whomever they make that promise, the kinfolk make that promise. They're getting over on them. Now, that might be intentional or it might be unintentional. They might be trying to run a bad game and intentionally get over, or no, different word. They might be trying to play that person, or they themselves might be getting played and comparatively ignorant or careless or whatever else in that process. Either way, when failing to do what one says, what one promises to do, that's bad game. And that's something to be mindful of. We got a boogie here. And this is a different type of buggy. That tends to... But, ooh, look at them nasty fingernails. That's the type of buggy we tend to see outside. We were talking about the suspect of the ticky, the icky ticky. We're going to set this one outside. That is usually not an indoor bug. Now, it might have been on this computer because this computer is outside. So we don't want to make it too comfortable in its un-indigenous climes. And yeah, the fingernails, oh, they look nasty. Why? Because we use this and then it gets wet. Just did some washes, so whatever. So that's it. Wow, this joint took too long already. That's it. Everybody's running game. When somebody fails to do what one says or promises to do, that's bad game, whether they mean it or not. And it's beneficial for people to be aware of that, so that people are very careful on what people promise to do. Because the concern and the further thing is that even when people don't mean to play somebody else, and by playing we're talking about like doing something to the detriment, like stealing, like shooting somebody off track, like yo, I'm gonna meet you over there. Oh yeah. And meanwhile, hitting up so-and-so's girlfriend or whatever else whilst they out trying to go to the rendezvous or to the connect spot. So all different type of game, but that's bad game when somebody fails to do what one says one promises to do, whether they intend it or not. And then the thing when that happens, because when everybody's running game, that's why there's already the suspicions and distrust and everything else like that. And why it's so important to follow through in our promises. In addition, to be very careful how we make promises. That's all around me as well. Because even when we just forget and just honestly you just didn't remember, or things got like hectic or whatever else, even then Like we know that in the bottom of our heart, or near the bottom of the heart, because in the bottom of our heart we know we should have come through. So near the bottom of our heart, we didn't mean anything bad, but something came up, this, that, and the other. Other kinfolk don't know that, and we might not know all that's going on, because that thing that came up might actually very much intend to disconnect that thing. Don't sleep on how important you are. How about that? Serious. So anyways, being mindful, and that takes sometimes that takes some strength, to be able to say no, because you don't know. It's like, that's, I don't know. And be mindful about the promises. So anyways, that's the joint. Everybody's running game, and then failing to follow through is bad game, whether we intend it or not. So there's forgiveness, there's flexibility, there's understanding, there's patience, there's reconciliation, there's teshuvah, there's return, there's the greater purpose and the greater power. So with that, we give all thanks and praise to the Most High. Blessed love and peace of Rastafari.